everyone, my name is Mr. Bill with Couch Cams for the Cincinnati Museum Center. Today I'm going to show you how to make an atlatl, as shown here. An atlatl was a tool used to throw a spear farther than the distance a person could normally throw one. People who built the Cincinnati earthworks and other mounds in the area used to use an atlatl for hunting, letting them throw harder and farther. Let's go take a look on how to build one.
To build our atlatl, these are the materials you're going to need. A dowel rod, a paint stirrer, we've already cut it, but you can have an adult help you cut yours, a craft stick, some foam, the kind we're using is pipe insulator foam, you can purchase this at Home Depot, a roll of tape, some pipe cleaners, and a hot glue gun. Also make sure you get your adult to help you anytime you need the hot glue gun, because the tip is very hot and you don't want to burn yourself. First thing we're going to do is make the arrow of our atlatl. We're going to start with this right here. This is our dowel rod. We need to cut about a 1/2 inch piece of wood from either side of our craft stick. Once we have those, we are going to hot glue them onto the back of our rod to make notches for our arrow. So put a little bit of hot glue, or have your parent do this, your adult. Put some hot glue on the stick and line it up on the outside edge. So there is about 1/4 inch extra edge coming off the back of your arrow. We're gonna do the same thing for the other side. You want these to be about even with that 1/4 inch gap, making a little notch for our arrow to be able to catch on. For the tip of our arrow, we're going to use our foam. Cut about a 1 inch section off the end of your foam. Should look like this. And we're going to attach that to the tip of our arrow. That way, if it accidentally runs into anyone, it's not going to hurt them. For this, we're going to need some tape. Two long pieces should do it. When you're attaching this on, feel free to squish up your foam a little bit. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to cover up the tip of your stick. There we go. We now have an arrow with a soft foam tip, a notch on the back. All we have to do now is give our arrow some triangles. These are going to help your arrow fly when it's in the air. To cut them, I'm just using a piece of construction paper here. I'm going to cut this in half and then cut some triangles. And these 4 triangles are going to be on the back of our arrow shaft to help it fly a little better. Just like this. For that, we're going to need our tape again. One. 2. For the second 2 you do, you should put the tape on both sides to make it a little easier to attach. 3. 4. These don't have to be perfect. Once you have them on there, your arrow is done, and now we have to make the handle part of our atlatl. For that, we're going to use the stirring stick. Again, make sure you get an adult to help you cut this. They can do it with a handsaw. We need to attach one end, just like this, so it stands upright at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to use hot glue for this again. please hand me that stick. Thank you very much. Again, please make sure you have your adult help you with the hot glue because it is very warm. And you want to glue it in a 90-degree angle like that on the end of your stick. Now, you can use a little bit of tape to help support this just in case the hot glue isn't quite enough. And you should end up with something that looks like that. Now, in order to hold our arrow, we want it to sit like that. In order to do that, we need to put something here for it to rest on. So we're going to use our pipe cleaner. Cut about a 3-inch section. And we are going to fold this into the letter M. It looks like the letter M. And we're going to tape it on just like that. That way we have a little notch right here for our arrow to rest on. So tape your letter M to the tip of your handle. All right, one side of our handle is done. We now have to do the other side. We're going to use the rest of your pipe cleaner. Now we want to make a U shape like this and bend the tips. So we get something that looks like that. We're going to tape this onto the end like so. We're going to fold it a little bit higher. There we go. All right. Now this is going to be the notch that the notch on our arrow is going to connect to. It'll sit on it just like that. We just need to support the back of this. So we're going to use the piece of our wood from earlier when we cut up our craft stick, and we're going to glue that to the back just like this. Once you've glued that piece on, you're done with your hot glue gun. You can unplug it and let it cool down before it's touched. And just like last time, we're going to use a little bit of tape to reinforce our handle. In the end, you should have two objects, one that looks like this and one that looks like this. When you place them together, you have an Atlatl that is ready to throw your dart further than you'd be able to throw it without the Atlatl. Let's go try it out. All right, now it's time to test out our Atlatls. First, you're gonna line them up like this, and you hold it right here at the tip. Now I'm gonna step back so you can see me throw it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now it may take you a couple of tries to get it perfect, and that's okay. I don't expect these to go super far, but you can test out different things on your tip, add some weight, maybe put a couple pennies in there. That will make it go farther. That's been all for today. I hope you had a lot of fun, and we'll see you next time.